All right, it's Brandon Moreno, the champ, and the Dana White's Contender Series cornerman. Man, it was a tough one last night. It was a hell of a fight, though, man. Give me your thoughts on the action that went down last night, my man.
Man, first of all, I have a very, very terrible voice. I'm trying to recover my voice right now. So when I'm start to scream, even when I'm in the broadcast, for UFC in Spanish, in the last, in the main event, my voice is like like shit. So yeah, man, the fight was very tough. I thought Edgar made an amazing first round. The second one was very close, and obviously the third one, I think the takedown, the elbows, the cut in his eye. But at the end, it's everything the same, brother. I mean, it's experience and just go. The guy is young; he's just 26 years old, so he has the time to fix the mistakes.
You know what's so cool to see, Brandon, is you're passionate about it. And I kind of thought about that. Like, right, like you're the champ. I mean, you could say, like, bro, I love you, but I got to focus on me. You know what I mean? I got things to do. And instead, you're there in the corner and you're not half-assing it. You're giving your life to it. So, I mean, what motivates you to say, like, yeah, I'm busy and I got a lot going on, but I'm going to spend my time helping guys like him?
Yeah, no, you know what? I mean, first of all, because I love him, man. That guy, I mean, I meet him in 2000, 2015, 2016, something like that. And, we are like amazing training partners. He helped me a lot in my training camps in the past with Figgy, with other ones, with other opponents. So yeah, he's amazing, and he just need some experience to understand the high level. But yeah, man, I mean, actually, it's funny you're saying this because uh, right now I'm in Tijuana, in Tijuana, Mexico. So after his fight,
Oh,
I
wow.
I, ta- I take I took my car and drive to Tijuana. 5 hours until the border because I needed to leave my daughters with my parents because I'm going to San Diego with my wife. Then I'm going to Los Angeles. So yeah, and it's a crazy schedule, but I'm ready. I don't care.
That's insane, man. That's insane. I thought you were still here in Vegas. All right. Well, listen. You talked about his cut. How about your cut? We see the Band-Aid there. Talk about the recovery. How are we doing right now?
Man, fine. Actually, I was telling you, yesterday they took off my stitches. It's still like healing. I need to recover a little bit more. So they told me like no really contact at least one more week. But I mean, I'm training right now. I'm doing like boxing, Muay Thai. I'm doing my strength and conditioning. Obviously, taking care of my face. No touching my scar. But it's a nice scar. Hopefully it doesn't affect my future job in Hollywood.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, listen, obviously you're a busy man traveling around, but how many times have you sat down and watched the fight with Kai Kara France? How much have you watched it back and broken it down and analyzed it?
No, a lot, man. I mean, I've been doing my job even with all my schedule right now. I already watched the fight like 3 or 4 times. It was a really nice fight, Um, I don't. Sometimes it's weird because I don't understand the judges, man. I don't understand what they are like watching the fight. I saw the scorecards until the third round, and I mean, one judge give me all the fight, other judge give all the fight to Carl France, and other judge watch one on one. I don't know, man. I mean, the three guys are the same and the same place, and the three guys are watching the three different scenarios. But I mean, talking about myself, I mean, what I thought about the fight, I was winning the first and second one. He throw a few good punches in those rounds, but I thought I was putting like pressure on the distance. I was like connecting very well, but so I thought I was winning the fight. In the third one, he made the counter with the kick, and I went to the ground. He connected me the elbow. I was saying this before in my older. Uh, Interviews I had on a little cut exactly in the same spot, man. And then the life is like this, right? The guy went straight to the same spot when I had the cut, and he gave me a nice cut right now. So was kind of that moment, and actually I think that like made me feel like a little bit take me off of my zone. I start to lose the focus on the fight, and the guy start to go with everything and start to find his rhythm and start to connect me. I knew I was losing that round like so far. But at least my only goal in that moment was like, hey, I just need to show Kai I'm still in the fight. I'm like still fighting and I'm still able to make an amazing fight. So I was like just trying to recover myself, to recover my mind, and put pressure every single time, and just listen in my corner like, hey, finish with the hook or finish with the kick, and that's it. I did it, and man, thanks God, it works perfectly.
James Krause, he's just a master, right? I mean, it's unbelievable. He calls for it, and that's exactly what works. It's unbelievable.
Man, actually, when I start to take the decision to move my training camp to other place, I was a little bit concerned, definitely, because I mean, all my life I was in interim gym. I love everybody there. I mean, all these people is like my family. But the decision was just like a professional decision. So when I start to find another place, I was a little bit concerned because, man, another system, another different knowledge. I don't know if I will find comfortable. And I mean, right now, the position I have, like, man, if I lose against Sky Cara France, my career go down, and I show to the world I can go up again. But I mean, I know will be very hard to get out from that one, right? So I was that this training camp was a little bit scared for me, but man, I just put all my confidence in James, in the process, and in Glory, and the new team I built with Hector Vasquez in Las Vegas, with my Muay Thai coach Pedro Lopez in Vallarta. He lives in Mexico, but he came to help me in this training camp. And Jorge Capetillo, he's my new boxing coach. He's in Vegas too. So yeah, man. And talking about specifically about James, man, the guy is amazing. The guy is very smart. The guy is very passionate about this. A lot of people was saying like, hey, why he doesn't go to I don't know, like ATT, to American Kickboxing Academy, to these huge academies. But man, being part of the broadcast, I had the opportunity to watch James in the corner, like that, the connection with his fighters, and like, oh, okay, I love it. I love the connection. I love how he communicates his idea to the guys in the middle of the fight. I decided for James, and I think it was an amazing decision.
I love it, man. I think he's one of the elite coaches out there. Now, I wanted to ask you about this, Brandon, because post fight, obviously, Deiveson Figueiredo comes in the cage, and man, I commend you. I've seen a lot of people that have been like, oh, Brandon messed up. He could have really sold the fight. He did. And I saw it the opposite way. I said, man, look at Brandon Moreno showing his character, man, showing what this sport can be, that it doesn't always have to be about this crazy selling and rivalries. I mean, you can just say like, hey, man, I respect you. You're a great martial artist. We're two of the best in the world. We're going to get in there and do it. And especially when you talk about an example for your kids. I mean, that hit home for me. I'm a father. And I to be honest with you, Brandon, I thought it was a beautiful moment, man. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on it now that you've had a little time to, reflect on it, I guess. Are you happy with the way you handled it? Do you wish you would have pushed a few more pay-per-views, or what was going through your mind in that moment?
You know what? I mean, I feel like I took the longest way, but that way made me feel better, man. Made me feel like a better person. And I don't know if I'm a better person or not. Just I put my hair there because I mean, brother, I was like ready to throw all my shit with Figueredo in that moment, man. I was ready, like, let's freaking go. Because I saw him Thursday night in the hotel in Dallas, and then I started to think like, okay, I can see how this can go in the future, like all the drama, all the things, the college, like, hey, let's go, motherfucker. But all my Saturday I was in my hotel room because I needed to go to the arena until 8 p.m. So I was all day in the hotel room, like talking with myself, like thinking about the fight, thinking about what happened after that. I don't know, man. I went on to the conclusion to I don't need to sell the fight like that. I mean, thanks God, all the people loves me because I'm like real in my own way. Like, I mean, and it's crazy because I know my job, I know my sport. I mean, I need to try to hurt somebody to win money for my family, but at the same time, I mean, I'm just a guy who's trying to be happy in life, man. And I want to show that to my girl. Like, I mean, imagine if I do like something stupid in television, like in front of a lot of people. And man, my daughter Madison, I mean, she born in California, but she lives all her life in Tijuana. His English is not very the best, but she start to talk a little bit more. So she start to flow. So maybe she understand right now, or maybe not. But I know in the future she will understand. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, and at the end, the guy who the guys who criticize my job to don't sell the fight like that. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm selling more than those guys, so I don't care.
What a great point, man. I thought it was beautiful. You represented yourself, you represented your family well, man. And look, we're all looking forward to the fight, man. That's going to be a hell of a fight. You two guys are the best in the world, man. It's going to be unbelievable. So, let me ask you, Ray, how do you get back to normal life, right? You talked about like fight week, hotels, all the media. I mean, it's crazy, right? You're the center of the universe. There's all this pressure. There's all this excitement. How do you get back to normal life? Like, how do you decompress and just go like, okay, now I'm just hanging around the house, cooking some breakfast and making some Legos or whatever?
Man, you have a good question, man. It's funny because next day after after the fight, I went to my home and all my family was there. So we start to eat like carne asada and all that stuff with the family, and then they went to back to Mexico, and that's it. I was like along with my daughters and along with my wife with a few training partners who lives with me, um, and man, I enjoy too much those moments. Like I feel a lot of peace in my soul, man. I feel a lot of peace in my soul. Like hey, I did the job. I did it. We are happy. And again, I'm just trying to be happy, man. And I'm just trying to don't like believe too much in like, oh, I'm the champion. I need to bring the belt everywhere. I need to be with the belt in every single arena or whatever. Because after I lose the belt, I I discovered I don't need the belt to be happy. And this phrase is,
Mm.
I think, from I think Dominic Cruz was the guy who said that before. Something I don't, but my man Jason told me remember me that words those words and was like, that's true. Wow. I mean that was like 2 months ago, and I still thinking about it. So yeah, man, I don't. I just trying to don't read the message in social media. I don't. Uh, the good ones and the bad ones. Both I think are very dangerous for you. So and that's it. It's kind of easy, but at the same time, it's hard because sometimes you are here and sometimes you are here. So I'm gonna try to go forward.
I love it, man. Such a phenomenal point. All right. Well, listen, we know we got a great fight ahead, right? The fourth fight, we're all looking forward to it. It's going to be unbelievable. Talk to us. Is there any progress at all? Today, it was just announced the fight in Brazil is official that we all thought was happening in January. It's official now. I know you wanted to fight before January if you could, but I don't know. What are we hearing? Are we hearing anything about when Deiveson is going to be ready, or when you'll be ready? What do we know about the progress of when this could happen?
Man, and no progress at all. So yeah, definitely I wanted to fight in December. Today, this morning, I watched the event in Rio will be in January 21st. I'm not happy with the date. I don't know. I wanted to be active. I wanted to fight fast, quickly, but let's see how everything goes with UFC, with Davison, with his new manager, with Raya, and I don't know, man. I wanted to fight in December. I don't have not too much to say. I just wanted to fight in December, but if the negotiation go to January in Brazil, let's go. I don't care. I just want to be the real champion, right?
I love it, man. Well, I can't wait for it. All right. Well, listen, the schedule's busy. You're going to San Diego, Los Angeles. I mean, what's going on, man? So are you? You
Man,
don't take any time off at all,
brother, I need to go. So I'm going right now. I'm leaving my kids with my parents. Then I go to Los Angeles because my wife has her passport appointment. Then I go back to San Diego. They leave me there for all my things there. Then we go back to Los Angeles for a mini media tour. I go back to Vegas. Then I go to Salt Lake City for the pay-per-view event. Then I'll go to Paris for the event, the first event in Paris. Man, it will be crazy, but I'm excited. I knew always, actually, when I won the title the last year, the next like one and a half month was crazy. My schedule was very busy, so I was expecting the same for this one.
I love it, man. Well, I'll let you go have some of your time back. Then thank you for carving out a little piece of your busy schedule for me, my man. And look, brother, I cannot wait for that fourth fight. You don't need to sell it. We don't need any antics. We don't need nothing. We got two of the best in the world doing it for a fourth time. I mean, that's history. Cannot wait for that fight, my man.
Let's go, brother. Thank you so much for the time. Nothing. It's time to work.